Yo, 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 I'm back at y'all again, right? Yes. I'm taking a stroll. Um, I went down by the lake area and I took the railroad tracks back, right? I went through the nature and the trail and I took the railroads back. I do a lot of this sometimes, as y'all can tell, out here in the nature part to it. Out here just observing things out here, right? And I do this to try to put life in perspective, uh, to try to clear your mind, to try to see uh, ways to figure out this crazy thing called life that we live in, right? That we are so blessed to be in, right? It just is, you have to make your own reality. You got to make your own substance. Uh, you can't live or become of the world because it weighs heavily. It weighs heavily on us. Um, it weighs heavily on humans, and that's the way they want it. They want to uh, put out a lot of uh, distractions. They want to put out a lot of uh, choices to choose from, right? Meanwhile, they will be pushing the most negative thing to you to make it seem great. And the reason for this video is that my travels through different towns, uh, different countries, it's like everywhere is different, but it's almost the same. You know, it seems like it seems like in different cities or different uh, countries or different towns, certain things could be different, but ultimately, uh, the distractions they put out here in the world basically affects us all, right? It just is when you are in different towns and cities, is more opportunities, is more uh, things that you can see that other towns and states probably can't see, right? That's the only thing to that is. So, and I'm not telling you guys nothing you don't know, but I'm just saying by me literally talking with people in different towns and states and just seeing what we as people really think about, what we as people, how we really view certain things in life, it really kind of led me to believe that we all basically is conditioned uh, and subject to the distractions of this universe, right? But what gets me is some of us uh, really don't take out the time to explore why that is. Why is every individual out here thinks the same way or thinks uh, living in, how should I say, living in certain conditions, living in certain stigmatism that life puts on us all. Some of us really believe like we have no other choice but to go with that. I'm here to tell you guys that we are not using all the senses that God gave us. We are not using all of the qualities, all of the stuff that's inside us that God has given us. We get too complacent in life. We get too I don't know. It seems like we as a people just get settled. We get calm. We get settled with what we may think living is. And when you go to different countries and you go to different states and you go to different towns, you see other things happening around you. You hear other things happening around you, and that open up your eyes. But this the trick. We need to start opening up our hearts. This what I'm really thinking about all of this. I see a lot of people just really uh, going along with life, or with your town agree up on, or with uh, your family traits, how that can play a part to how we live as a people. Me as an older man, do I have regrets? I'm going to say no regrets, but I'm going to say that I could have did better. I could have did better if I would have known better, right? So me speaking the way that I speak now is me knowing better, right? And it's never too late to start, and it's never too early, basically, to uh, to start as well, or to teach it as well, right? Or to experience ahead of your time as well. If you got the knowledge now, and you younger, right? If you've been blessed to see the knowledge now, use it. Use that knowledge while you young. If you older and you didn't see the knowledge when you was young, but you see it now, you doing yourself a disfavor if you don't apply it, if you don't use it, if you don't try to tap into it. This what I see going on out here in the universe. Is it good or bad? No. Is it stopping us from becoming better? Yes. That's what the whole thing is. It's about trying to get better at life, no matter what part of life you in, right? If you up here, you still can get better in life. If you in the middle, you still can get better at life. If you down below, you still can get better at life, right? That's what is missing in today's people. We are just being content with what we have, or what we know, or what we learn, or being content with what things we have around us, when everything should always be trying to get better. You know, what do I mean by better? Honestly, I'm gonna say the age I'm at now, I would have to say spiritually. I would have to say uh, opening up your heart spiritually, opening up your mind spiritually, opening up your ears spiritually. That's what I would have to say right now at the age I'm at now, right? I would have to say we are doing a disfavor if we do not uh, open up our ears, open up our minds, open up our hearts to something bigger than a job, than something bigger than a house, than something bigger than a car, than something bigger than kids, family, spouses. We have to open up our hearts and our minds spiritually, together with those that we love. We have to do that. Even if it's just one person that's connecting the whole family, right? We're not doing good if we don't do that. We're not doing good if we don't open our hearts up spiritually. We're not doing good if we don't open up our ears spiritually, if we don't open up our minds spiritually. We are not doing this world, this universe good of anything by just uh, going on with life and not growing mentally, physically, spiritually. We not doing this world no good. We not doing this world no good stacking money in the bank, but not growing in your spiritual self. We not doing this world no good or our kids no good if we can't hear spiritually, if we can't feel spiritually, if we can't go back and try to do uh, ourselves better, because as you learn, you have no choice but to learn to be better. Now, whether or not you choose to do better, that's one thing. But you learning, you should be, because this life teaches you. This life will teach you, uh, it will teach you the wrongs, the right, the shoulds, the coulds. This life will teach you. So it's up to us to figure out where we want to be with that. I figured this out a while back. Like, I used to listen to different people um, that was positive or negative, or that was mean, or that you know just probably uh, didn't catch it themselves on how to alter their character, or how to be a better person within themselves, right? I was lucky that I said, okay, well, look, when I get older, I don't think I would want to be like this, okay? When I get older, I don't think I would want to look at situations like this, okay? When I get older, and I guess some of us look at it like, well, when I get older, I'm gonna stack this bank account up and basically I'm gonna be set, right? That's okay, because you want to live comfortably, right? So that's okay, right? But what about you living comfortably inside of your own self, inside of your own thoughts, inside of your own heart, inside of your own body? What about that? Because if you don't ever focus in on that, then all the money that's saved up, or all the glorious things that you have right out here, right, you gonna let that do the talking for you? You gonna let that do the feeling for you? You gonna let that do the listening for you? That's not gonna cut it. You have to do some work as well internally. You just can't do all the work outside and never do no work inside. No. Me being blessed, making it to this age that I'm in now, this is what I see out here in the universe. This is what I hear out here when I talk to people. I hear people just being in the safe zone, right? Now, you always want to be safe. That's that's a given, right? But you have to live life as an adventure too. Life has to make sense. It won't make sense just by playing safe, right? You have to get out of certain comfort zones. You have to get away from certain people, certain things in your life that's not helping you to grow, right? Some people look at it growing as in bank account. You see what I'm saying? Hey, I'm all for bank accounts. Don't get me wrong, but I'm more towards your heart and your spirit, because when we leave this world, the bank account is going to be left there, right? And all you will have to show is your spirit, is your heart, and your determination to become something better within your inner self. I believe that's a challenge for the universe. It's some people that have that. I salute to those who do. I'm gonna say that I probably took this position a long time ago. Uh, I probably took a position a long time ago that I wasn't gonna let cars, money, houses, uh, women. I wasn't gonna let those type of things define who I was. I was gonna find a way to complete the journey that God has put inside of all of us. I think I found this out a long time ago that I was going to be happy within inside myself. I was going to try to find that happiness with the inside of myself. Okay? I wasn't going to use the worldly things to try to make me happy. Now, it was a process in doing that, and I still work hard at it every day. That's why I constantly talks the way that I'm trying to go, the way that I'm trying to lead. That's why I walk in the way that I'm trying to speak about, you know. But yes, I do believe that this journey that I'm on now, this journey that I actually took part in uh, 6 years ago. Um, yeah, guy out here being nosy, right? Hey, uh, I really think that shaped me into this person you see here now. And I have to admit, you guys, I am very, very proud of myself. I'm proud of the journey that I've been on. I'm proud of the journey that I stayed on. And like I have to, when I tell stories and stuff like this to my kids and stuff, I have to say that this is a journey that I took the playbook a little bit out of my mom's. You know, our moms is deeply closely to our heart, right? And I want to say, really, I took a playbook. This is one of her playbooks, right? This is one of them, which was be all you can be, right? You don't have to live a certain way all your life, especially if it's not a good way, especially if you can become a better you. You don't have to live like that until God call you home, right? You don't have to live like that. You have the power to change you. You have a power to change what's inside your heart. You have the power to change what's inside of your head, what's inside of your mind. You have the power to say good and positive things. Let it flow out your mouth. You have the power to do this, right? So this is the playbook that I took from my mom's. Yes, I have to say this. You know, she looked at herself like, okay, well, the first 15 of my years living, it was great, but it could have been better. So I want to be better, right? Regardless if it took, sometimes it normally takes something to make you see this, okay? Sometimes God actually has to really tap on your shoulder, right, to make you realize this. But to make sense of this, God tap on all of our shoulders, you guys. That Lord, that man upstairs, he tap on all our shoulders, right? The thing is, who actually listens or be aware of the tap That's what this is about. It's about when God actually taps you on that shoulder, when this thing life start hitting, right? It's gonna hit everybody. It hits us all, right? What do we think about it? What the actions we take when it comes? Do we get more serious, or do we fall more behind in the foolery? That's all it is. Who take life serious, and what direction do they take it serious at? That's all it is. I'm just gonna say, when I got that tap on my shoulder, when life started coming down on me, I felt an obligation to hear it and to feel it in my heart. I felt the obligation to hear it clearly in my mind. I felt the obligation to let it come out of my mouth as I feel it in my heart, as I see it around me. That's what I felt when this thing called life started coming down, right, on me, like it do all of us, right? It's just what we do when it comes down, what direction we take when it comes down, right? Is it to say in what direction? Is it good or bad? No, I'm not saying that either, right? I'm saying I would rather be on the spiritual side, on the life lesson side, on the taking life serious side, on the not taking life for granted side. And I also would like to, and I also will want to feel it, say it, speak it out loud, so the youth that's coming up, or the people that's coming up behind us, or the neighbor that's next door, maybe he be wanting to say the same thing. I do this speaking sometime, or I do the job sometime. I had somebody walk up to me, a husband or a wife walk up to me and say, "Good job, sir. How did you started doing this?" Brother, all I started doing is just speaking what I feel. If you know that you speaking from your heart, if you know you speaking in a place of sincerity, if you know that you are a blessed soul out here, and that you have learned lessons out here, and that you thankful, right? You are one of the chosen ones, right? As we call it. That's going to be another thing that I'm going to really start tapping into, right? You are one of the lucky ones. Instead of the lucky ones, we call it the chosen ones, right? It's a bunch of us out here. It's a bunch of us out here. When I started my journey, I'm going through all the good of things, right? That's out here in the universe. You got the good and your bad, right? So I gravitate towards the good of it, right? So I'm going through all the good stuff out here, right? And I started seeing people speak on the chosen ones, and they would do videos, and they would talk about themselves and things that they didn't been through, and the reason why they feel as though that they was one of the chosen ones, right? That touched me. That touched me, and I've yet reached out. I've yet done a video about these type of things, but that's gonna be on my list. That's my agenda, to really touch in to the society that calls themselves the chosen ones. Yes, that touched me because I feel as though I'm one of them, right? You could be one of them too. You probably are one. You just might not see it or realize it yet. You might not have tapped into it yet. It's all about it's all about what you see. It's all about what you tap into, right? And it's all about what you really have a passion for. Fortunately, this is a passion that I believe that was always in me. It just took life lessons for me to see it, or for me to find it, right? Or for it to find me. Because life sometimes, it just do this. Sometimes you run from it, people run from it, right? So people run from it. I just didn't run from it. I'm the person that gravitated toward it because I knew that it was for me, and I knew it was positive, and I knew that's why I wanted to be at. And I also knew that God literally, Lord Jesus Christ, literally had touched me a long time ago. And I wanted to find some way to honor that. I wanted to find some way to put it out here in the universe that I knew that I was the chosen ones. And it's probably in all of us. We just run from it, right? Sometimes we don't see it, right? Yes. Yes. You see how I'm kind of long-winded on these type of topics. I haven't stopped talking yet, right? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And I'm still doing this uncomfortably, right? I'm still doing this uh, really from a place of not practicing, really from a place of really not being so politically correct, right? And I'm still doing this. It's because this is in me. This is really who I am. And like I said once before, you guys, I honored my mama, I loved my mama, and I took a playbook from my mama. Yes, I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest out of my siblings, right? That could be, uh, that can be probably one of the reasons as well that this kind of energy took over me, right? That could be the reason as well. I don't know. All I know is that I'm glad that I have been called. I'm glad that uh, I have found. Uh, I'm glad that this kind of journey has took place, has took present in my life. That's one thing I can tell you. So listen, hey, yes, I can speak on these subjects a lot. I have a lot to share. I have a lot uh, to speak about. Like I told you guys, it's therapy for me as well, right? You know, as much as you talk about it, as much as I talk about it, I need it. I need to hear it as well. I need to hear it. I feel it, right? So I need to really hear it as well. And you know, I don't know, you guys. I just want to say that I'm really, really thankful. I'm really, really thankful, right? Because the Lord has spared my life, right? And like, no different than like you guys out there in the universe, right? So I'm just really thankful of a lot. And really, I really want to do my due diligence of speaking about it, of awareing people of certain things that really we all we all see, get, feel, right? Some of us may just uh, don't know how to put it out there in the universe. It took me a long time to be able to do this as well. But this is really how I really want to express what's going on inside my heart, what's going on inside of my head. This is how I want to acknowledge the love and the respect, how I feel for the universe, how I feel for the people who got me, who raised me, who got me here, you know, all my loved ones, everybody. A lot of people has gone, right? So this is my outlet for me to speak about it. This is my way of sharing how I feel. This is going to be here when God calls me home, right? This is the reason why I'm doing this. It's in my heart, guys. It always been in my heart. Okay, listen, till next time, right? I put my face on this place, right? You already know my saying. Peace, love, and blessings.